Hi, this is Bruce Love with Financial Advisor IQ, and I'm here with Lee Munson, who's the CIO of Portfolio Wealth Advisors.
Lee, as well as being a financial advisor, you also act as a forensic investigator for lawyers who are investigating financial crimes. What sorts of skills do you need to do that kind of work?
I think that the CFP is helpful to understand what the level of care should be, but I think having holding the CFA charter, really being able, or if you're a CPA, if you have an accounting background or a chartered financial analyst charter, I think that gives you really the background, that minimum level of expertise to be able to hold yourself out and do expert witnessing. A lot of it has to do with your experience. The fact that I used to be a stockbroker is incredibly valuable because I've been around people who have crossed the line. I know what it sounds like. I know the pitch to clients. I know that seedy underbelly of Wall Street. Again, Wall Street is the manifestation and distillation of bad male qualities, right? Whether as guys we like to admit that or not. So, leaving New York and those days and coming out to the middle of nowhere, Albuquerque, New Mexico, where you get so far away from Wall Street, you start getting perspective and you start to see very clearly there is a right and there is a wrong. And I think in New York, that veneer of Wall Street hides that, and it prevents sometimes people seeing something so obvious. It's sitting right in front of them. So I think that you have to have an accounting background. You have to be detail oriented. But it certainly helps if you've been on the other side of the fence, pure and simple.
So you're an advisor, that's your bread and butter. Mm-hmm. You do this as a bit of, clearly you're interested in it, sounds rather exciting.
Some sport.
Bit of sport. But ultimately, how does this help you in your day job?
Well, first of all, I'm my own chief compliance officer. Nothing's better than figuring out what everybody else messed up on to keep you up to date on the laws. I enjoy keeping up on regulatory information. You and I both talked before this, how we're kind of geeks on market regulation. It's fun stuff because you get to see things unfold. But I think beyond that, you do get paid. You can get a very nice hourly work out of it. So you get paid for your time. You get paid to go on an adventure and try to right some wrongs. Outside of that, there's a lot of cases that there really wasn't anything to bring to arbitration or to bring claim against. People just simply had a bad situation that happened to them. I've picked up a few clients over the years, and they're really great clients, and they really appreciate what we did. So I think if you're looking to go into this and start dipping your toe in it, you certainly can make a lot of money per hour on the cases that you work on. I don't think that should be your primary motivation. I think the thrill of going after some bad actors needs to be what your motivation is. But you do get paid, and again, probably out of every 5 or 6 cases that we do, one of those people, they will ask and say, can you manage my money? And as long as the case is over and there's no more conflicts, I can say yes. And I have some really great long-term clients. So I think it's a wonderful thing, and you can be an asset to your community, because if you live in a smaller community, like say Albuquerque, especially in the Southwest, there's not a lot of people doing this work locally. And so I think it's your opportunity to really pay it forward and to be a champion of investors and get paid. It's wonderful.
And I guess as far as advantages to your practice, it's probably good for people to know that you do this sort of work.
It is. Unlike an attorney that has a lot of restrictions on what they can market and what they cannot, mostly it's about what they can't, I'm just an expert witness. So while I don't overtly put that on the website, I put it in my regulatory findings, I do discuss that when people ask about my qualifications. I am legally allowed to discuss that I do expert witnessing and forensic accounting. It definitely adds to credibility. And I also have people that have come to me that want me to manage their money and at the same time help them find remedy. So I definitely think that if you're an advisor doing this, you can market that, you can talk about it. I think you have to have substance about it, and you have to explain to people why that makes you different. Just because you go after bad actors doesn't make you good. It just means that you have a deep knowledge and intricate knowledge to the regulations in the industry, and that you understand how things go wrong. If a client feels that because of that knowledge, you might not get off track, I think that's a powerful message.
Lee, thanks so much.
Thank you.